Here, no slouch between the pipes, and he's got the old-style brown pads to boot. Those are pretty. Around behind the net, popping out in front, and a backhand shot is turned away. That's Caden Brown donning a new number this campaign. He's number 8. He's shed the 4 from the start of his digits. Into the far corner, it's Seitzma. Around behind, looking for Courtney. It's loose in the corner. Giants touch up, swatted over to the wall. Wilkie back to the point for DuPont. Along the boards to the far side mid-wall. Poked for Brown into the corner, trying to set the table in front. It's intercepted, and Tyson Zimmer will retreat back for Vancouver. By here in the first, no scoring so far. Mays is stripped of the puck. Here comes the hulking body of Tyler Thorpe over to his right. He's met by Rylan Pierce. Thorpe into the far corner, pursuing a rolling puck behind the net. Spins off Breck Liskey, throws it towards the slot. Intercept against the big body of Subject. One back along the wall by the Giants and skied out to center where Liskey will swat it away from the oncoming Thorpe. In the neutral zone, Tyson Zimmer gets back on side, flicks it into the near corner. Thorpe pursues. Thrown in front, no one home. Wilkie will take away for Everett. Up the left wing side, joined by Courtney on the rush. Poked at towards the neutral zone. Silvertips trying to get the rushes going towards Hood and the net, but so far a good job by the Giants, not taking too much as Hood had to scramble to get back into his net. Here's Seitzma left wing. Into the trapezoid where it's stripped away by Zimmer, and the Vancouver Giants will clear. They skated all the way down and racing for it. Thorpe, he muscles past Makokis. A shot off the bar. Kept into the offensive zone by Vancouver as Zimmer throws it in front. That's picked off by Courtney, and that's the musculature of putting his schooling out in Czechia. Joined the Silvertips early this week and taking a spin on the top power play unit where he will become a main fixture. Here's Bear with DuPont to his left. At the far point has Heslop to his right. He swaps spots with him. Hands off. Heslop on the left wing as Raymond cuts to the net front. Heslop holding on the outside. Back to the blue line. DuPont. To his right, Raymond. Hands it off to McKenzie. Across the way for Heslop. It's off a defensive leg. Heslop retains possession of the puck. Hands off to DuPont. Stepping up left side to the doorstep. Out in front and a pass broken up. Good play by Howell, but kept in by Heslop. Minute 20 to go here in the power play. Heslop's pass is rejected. 5-on-5 hockey commences. Face-off won by the Giants. Shot is blocked. Follow-up chances swallowed up by Son. Used to succeeding in the scoring department as a faceoff is won by Vancouver, but stolen away by Pearson. Raymond leads a 3-on-2. Raymond for Pierce with Heslop to his right. Finds him. Heslop in front. Pass broken up. He hangs on to it near circle. To the blue paint. Swept away by Hood. Rebound loose. Heslop a shot. Cover 2.5 to go here in the first period as Vancouver leads it 2-1. Into the far corner. Colton Elaine will pursue, shielding the puck. Pushing it over to the near side. Zimmer leaned against by Raymond, stolen away by Bear. Pops in front of the far side post, and it's good to get the youngster DuPont surrounded by two savvy veterans like Bear and Heslop, who have accomplished a great deal in this league already as 18-year-olds. Cleared out to the neutral zone by Vancouver. Liskey wires it back in as Bear races for it, working against a lane far midboards. Rolling puck now to the near wall. Schaefer wrestled down to the ice. Delayed penalty coming up against Vancouver. Tyler Thorpe wrapped up Clark Schaefer, brought him down to the ice. Off the puck by Rylan Pierce, and the penalty is officially over for Tyler Thorpe, and we're at even strength. 20 ticks into the second period. The Giants lead at 2-1 here at Angel of the Winds. McKenzie got the tips on the board first, midway through the frame, but then Obabifo and Schmidt finding the back of the net. Here's Mays. Into his skates, bouncing to the far circle. Loose puck, scooped up by Thorpe. Flings it rink wide, intended for Zimmer. It's out of his reach. Pierce will clear out to center, and almost springing Mays on a breakaway. Couldn't quite corral the puck, and so it'll be Hood. Different regions representative goes in and plays a mini tournament and determine who's the best of the best in Canada. Here's a shot by DuPont that whistles wide. And all the way down towards Jesse Sanchez. That had some velo on it. Loose puck at the far post as DuPont kisses it off the glass and sends it out to center. Rolling puck, battle the Kelowna Rockets. Tickets are available at everettsilvertips.com. Faceoff is won by the Tips. Julian Mays behind the net. In front finds Kaplan a shot. He shanks it wide. Ooh, Kaplan was trying to hunt for that upper corner. He knew that was where the chaos wasn't, as there was a fracas of bodies down low. Just missed as Thorpe up the other way. Thorpe with a wrister that's partially blocked by DuPont up into the netting, out of play. Glove side. Faceoff is won by the Tips. Too weak for Pierce, and so Thorpe will carry up the left side, and Thorpe, big body, barreled in, crosses for Schmidt. Has to evade his own man in a sharp angle shot into the blue paint and on the puck. Faceoff won by Everett. DuPont for Pierce. Now up the center of the ice. Here comes Julian Mays. Joined by Kaplan offside to Cameron Schmidt. McKenzie doing a good job sticking his nose, trying to interrupt the communication lines. Schaefer keeps it deep. Off the boards. Now a spring and a breakaway for Tyler Thorpe. Thorpe in on Sanch. Off the crossbar. And Sanch bailed out by his friends in red. As up the other way, here come the Silver Tips. As Petrick and Schaefer entered in offsides, they'll have to touch up. 7:30 Vancouver. Cleared out down the length of the ice as Thorpe is in behind the defense. And we'll get a whistle and a stop. Circle with Lynn swapping spots at the blue line. Schmidt cutting to his right. Backdoor pass intended for Thorpe, who was tied up with Liskey. Couldn't connect. Lynn far point. Stepping forward. Wrister. Toe save by Sanch. Rebound is loose. Here's Zimmer. Out to the far side for Tittleback. Minute 20 to go in the power play. Lynn to his right finds Schmidt. Right-handed shot, high slot, looking down low for Tittleback. Corrals off the wall, rink wide to the far circle. Settling it down is Schmidt. High slot, Lynn, now for Tittleback. Getting a piece of it, Sanch, as that flails into the far corner. Up into the air, and a great play by Schmidt to keep it onside. Here's Lynn near circle, back for Schmidt. Crossing over, one-timer, and believe that caught the knob of the stick of Sanch, if not the pipe. Here's Lynn, backhand pass for Tittleback. To the far side post. Kneeling for it, Pierce. All over to the far side corner for Dominic Raymond, who comes together with Thorpe. One back by the Tips. Pierce crossing for DuPont. He's got space, and he fanned on the shot. And it leads to a 2-on-1. Here's Schmidt, joined by Zimmer. Schmidt slows up. Looking for Zimmer. It's out of his reach. A good back check by Bear, who tumbled awkwardly into the corner boards. And the crowd started to rise as DuPont had some space. Here's Raymond up the other way. Raymond just lifting it over the shoulder of Hood. Here's Bear on the near side. Bear cutting to the slot. Feeding Raymond. Couldn't get a shot off as that pass was sent into his skates. Back defending is Zimmer. Zimmer, shot. Glove save by Sanch. It is Ryland Pierce. Up the heart of the ice intended for Kaplan. Just out of his reach, and it will be icing. Face off to the left of Sanch is won back by the Giants. A setup in front for Schmidt. He scores. Cameron Schmidt. His second of the game. It is 4-2 Vancouver with 2:15 to go in the second. And as mentioned already a couple of times, enters this season as one of the most highly touted NHL draft prospects this season. It'll be kind of him and Roger McQueen as the two headliners from the WHL in the NHL draft coming up this summer. Loose puck far corner. It is Carter Bear thrown towards the hash marks, out of reach of everybody, and Schmidt starts the other way. Finding Zimmer on the right wing. Working against DuPont. Near corner, crossing over for Liskey behind his own end line as Liskey skies it into the air. And for Vancouver, 4-forward unit. One back to Tittleback, over for Schmidt. It's knocked off the puck and cleared down the length of the ice by Everett. Minute and a half to go here in the second period. It's Thorpe on the right wing with space in front. A save made by Jesse Sanch and a beauty. Close. Hailing from Litvinov, Czechia. A face-off won by Vancouver. On the outside, it is Schmidt, already with two tonight, hunting for a third. As he feigns a wrister, spins with it near point, out to the blue line. It's Lynn, crossing for Schmidt. Stepping forward on the right side, Schmidt grenades one into the skates of Chasko. It remains in the offensive zone for Vancouver. Schmidt for Tittleback in the corner. Out to Schmidt, and a shot that redirects high and wide. Thorpe got a stick on it in front. Batted at by Fish. Wing is broken up for a moment. Now fielded up the left side with speed by Schmidt. Schmidt with a long wrister that's covered up by Sanch. And he hangs onto it. And as he makes the save and covers it up, Liskey is freed from the boxing. Faceoff is won by the Vancouver Giants at the near side. It's Howell, long wrister, seen all the way by Sanch. Sticks that more roster decisions will be made on either side, and both teams have a glut of 2008 and 2007 birth years. 2-on-1 developing for Vancouver. Here's Thorpe on the right side, joined by Zimmer. Thorpe with a shot off the side of the net. And might have caught the outside of the near side post. Here's Thorpe back with it. Sauces it intended for Schmidt at the near circle. Schmidt couldn't field it cleanly. Caden Brown to the blue line trying for Bo. Courtney. And knocking a man down is Caden Brown as Courtney sending it towards the net. Tipped by Courtney off the side of the net. Courtney buying some time for some reinforcements as Heslop jumps out onto the ice as Howell wrestles Courtney down and forces him into the ice. Crowd jeers. Play is beckoned onward as Makokis retreats, joined by Thorpe into the near corner. And Thorpe's stick slashed out of his hands, and a delay penalty coming up. This will be against Vancouver as 2.5. 4.5 gone by here in the third period. 4-2 Vancouver as the tip's fruitless on their Petrick muscles into the far corner. Joined by Chasko. Vancouver picks up the puck up the right side. It's Zimmer. Sent behind the end line. Thrown in front intended for Schmidt out of his reach as Thorpe couldn't connect with him. Bouncing puck. Schaefer kicks it ahead. In come the Silvertips in transition as Schaefer sends it to the near corner, finding Chasko. Sticking his nose in is Schaefer. Bouncing puck on the right corner boards. Lynn is there to protect the puck, and Colton Elaine with a nice job. And Zimmer out to center. Flops it into the Silvertip zone. Sanch over for his defenseman and Makokis. Rylan Pierce trying to steal it away from Thorpe. Thorpe stuck up high as he bounces off Rylan Pierce. Check that. That was Heslop that threw the hit. Here's Schaefer ahead, joined by Chasko. Chasko sweat with Raymond back. DuPont fakes a drop pass. He's brought down in the neutral zone. No whistle as he lost his footing. And a clearance by Vancouver as Raymond. Hands to DuPont, and up he comes. DuPont crosses for Heslop up the heart of the ice. Finds Raymond entering in. McKenzie into the corner. 1:20 to go in the power play. In come the tips. Bank pass out to the point. No one out at the far side circle. Loose along the goal line. Carter Bear lost control. It's gloved down and a good keep in by DuPont. As he backhands it into the corner, it gets a smattering of applause. The skill evident. Here's Bear sneaking in his Heslop, looking for DuPont, and his pass just broken up. Crossing center, it's Schmidt. Bounces it into the far corner. Sanch over for Seitzma. Boy, you can tell DuPont wants to creep in and get to the net front. He's taking those chances as a defender as he gets away from a hit from Thorpe. A takeaway, and here's Hoylett as he runs into Cameron Seitzma, who sticks him in front of the ice. Here's a back pass for Lynn, a drive. Blocker snuck its way to the goal line. DuPont with a poke check, and a shot from the blue line is turned away by Sanch. Zimmer fields for Vancouver, looking backdoor for Elaine. His shot blocked by the stick of Fisher. Up into the net. Crossing, a drive by Pierce, that's blocked. Rylan Pierce bouncing puck, gloved down by Mays. Chips it down low. It's loose in the blue paint. Kaplan kicks at it. Scramble forward in front. It's a backpack to Pierce at the blue line. Stepping forward. Sends it into the near side corner. Kaplan back to Bear. Rising shot. Blocked by Howell. Another chance. That's blocked. Tips trying to penetrate the middle of the ice. Giants not giving an inch. Back pass now intended for Pierce. Intercepted, and Lynn is able to clear away. And behind the 5 forwards on for the Tips. Faceoff is won back by Kyron Gronick. Giants roll it along the boards trying to get it to Thorpe. He clears it out to center. Possession to the Silvertips as Raymond hands it to DuPont. Landon DuPont from his own blue line. Crosses center, hits Courtney on the left side. Courtney, airborne pass batted out of the air and cleared past DuPont all the way down the length of the ice. Tied up on the dot, one clean by the Tips. Here's DuPont at the blue line. Snaps it over for Heslop. Back for Raymond, a drive. Saved by Hood. Rebound between the hash marks. Scooped up by Gronick. Clearance attempt kept in at the blue line by Heslop. Stolen away by Lynn. Lynn skates on by Heslop. On the right side, Lynn to the empty net. He shoots it wide. Life for the Tips with 30 seconds left. Up comes Landon DuPont. DuPont shakes to his right, gets around a defender. Landon DuPont waits in front, broken off by the prone Merrick Howell. Back to the blue line, Raymond crosses one-timer, a shot, turned away by Hood. McKenzie wins it back. Heslop to DuPont, waits. His pass picked off, down the length of the ice to the empty net. It's wide. It'll be icing with 9 points off. tied up on the dot. It's loose between the circles. Low shot turned away by Hood. 4 seconds left. Cleared.